Greetings, my Sonic Frozen fans. So I just got home yesterday after seeing the newest installment of Pixar franchise called Elemental. Could this film redeem Pixar after Lightyear? We'll have to find out. For the action, I'm giving it 2 stars. The action in this movie is light and playful. There are a few chase scenes between Wade and Ember for the first time they met, and some fire-based action scenes, especially when it comes to the climax, but nothing too intense. Overall, the action is really good and it fits the tone of the movie. For the comedy, I'm giving it 3 stars. The comedy in this movie is mostly situational and character-based that looks exactly what we live in the society. There are a few jokes that might fall flat, but for the most part, the humor is on point. The film's 2 leads, Ember and Wade, have great chemistry and their interactions are often funny. Even when they met with their own parents, it is even more hilarious. Like, if my girlfriend entering my house with my parents, that might go awkward. Same thing when I entering her house with parents, it might even feel weird because the comedy is really personal. For the story, it might be a big surprise. I'm giving it 4 stars. The story is simple but effective. It's a coming-of-age relationship story between Ember and Wade who learn to appreciate each other's differences, even though elements do not mix. The film also explores the themes of love, acceptance, and wow, it is powerful. It is really relatable to every people who wants to fall in love, even though they live from underworlds. And I love Ember and Wade here. The characters are amazing. They are well written. They are well developed. Even though in the middle act and the third act breakup, I would say the middle act, it need a little done better and different. And the third act breakup, it need more minutes to how will it turn out. Not to go back again in 10 minutes, but overall, I love the story. I love the themes of this movie. It has major plot points that it might be appreciate the audiences, especially mine. But as I said, the middle act might be need a bit different, but everything in this movie really works. For the suspense, I'm giving it 3 stars. The suspense in this movie is quite mild, but there are a few moments where the audience is left wondering what will happen next. But for the most part, the film is more lighthearted than being suspenseful, but it's still there. When it comes to the climax, the flood is a threat, but it's not really clear how much danger the characters are in. But I'm totally being suspenseful and scared about Wade trapped in the fireplace with Ember the mic going hot. For the pacing, I'm giving it 3.5 stars. This film has a good pacing. The film moves along at brisk pace. But when it comes to the middle act, it feels very rushed. The film also does a good job of building up to the climax that make it work. For casual fans, I'm giving it A. For moviegoers, I'm giving it A. And critically, I'm giving it an A. Am I the only one who loved Elemental more than I did with The Flash? Sure, The Flash and Elemental might be a disappointment when it comes to the box office, but I'm thinking that Elemental did a wonderful job than The Flash. And because the characters are amazing, the story is really solid even though it's a cliche film that might be already told by other romantic comedy films. But on Pixar's perspective, it became one of the greatest, if not the best, Pixar films out there. And I really have fun watching this movie. You cannot deny, it remains a solid story told with dazzling visual flair, although it may not completely satisfy as fully as the greatest Pixar Pictures amongst all other films. But I'm thinking Elemental is such a great rom-com movie indeed. I'm giving it 8.5 over 10. Pixar's Elemental is absolutely deserves to be added to your collection at home.
A fine addition to my collection.